Welcome dear student and Jai Swaminarayan. In the previous video, we were discussed about the chemical properties of the acids and the base. Now in this video, we will discuss the more further properties of the acid and base. That is the what do all the acid and all the base have a common. What is the common content in all the acid? What is the common content in all the base? And what happen when the acid and base are solution in a water, right? That all the things we will discuss in this video. So dear student, see the video up till the end, right, so that you can understand what do the all the acid and all the base in a common, what happen when the acid and base are soluble in the water or not, right? That all the things we will discuss in this video, and this video is most important for the content of the acid and base, right? So dear student, let us start with what do all the acids and all the base have a common with the help of the one activity, right? So we consider that in the previous video we were discussed the one chemical property of the acid, right? That is all the acid generate a hydrogen gas on the reacting with the metals. So dear student, in the first chemical properties, right, reaction of the acid with the metal, acid generates the hydrogen gas. When the acid react with the metals, it produces the salt and the hydrogen gas. So that we can say that the all the acid contains the hydrogen seems to the common to all the acid. So here we can say that hydrogen is common to all the acid. So to understand this, let us perform the one activity, right? Activity number 2.8. Take a solution of the glucose, alcohol, hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid. Take these four solution. First one is the glucose, second one is the alcohol, third one is the acid, hydrochloric acid, that is the HCl, and sulfuric acid, that is the H2SO4. Now fix two nails on a cork and place the cork in a 100 ml beaker, right? So like this, in this figure, take a solution in acidic solution in a water, conduct the electricity. So take the two nails, fit into the cork and connect with the bulb and the 6-volt battery, right? So connect the nail to the two terminal of the 6-volt battery through a bulb and a switch as shown in the figure, right? So you have to remember this figure also, because the activity can ask in the exam like this, can explain the activity to show the conductivity of the acidic solution in the water. Acidic solution in the water contains the electricity. So take a rubber cork here. Now fix the two nails in the rubber cork and connect it with the two 6-volt battery with the bulb and the switch, right? Now pour some dilute HCl in the beaker and switch on the electricity, right? Repeat with the dilute sulfuric acid. What you observe, right? So put some dilute HCl on the beaker and switch on, right? You can observe that bulb glows on, right? So similarly repeat this activity with the dilute sulfuric acid, right? Put the dilute sulfuric acid in the beaker and switch on. You can get what do you observe? You observe that the bulb glows on, right? Why this happened? Repeat the experiment with the glucose and the alcohol. So take a solution of the glucose in the beaker and alcohol. What do you observe? Does the bulb glow in all the case? So no, bulb cannot glow in all the case. So when we fill a beaker with the sulfuric acid as well as the hydrochloric acid, the bulb will glow, and in case of the glucose and the alcohol, the bulb will not glow. So dear student, let us see why this happen, right? So the bulb will start glowing in the case of the acid, right? In this figure, if we put a acidic solution in the beaker, the bulb will start glowing, right? But you will observe that glucose and alcohol solution do not conduct the electricity. So that means we can say that the acidic solution is a conductivity, it produces the conductivity of the electricity, while the glucose and the alcohol do not conduct the electricity. So glowing of the bulb indicates that there is a flow of the electric current through the solution. The electric current is carried through the acidic solution by the ions. So acidic solution contains the positive ion as well as the negative ion. So due to the acidic solution of the in the acidic solution, the positive ion is there and the negative ion is there, and due to this presence of the ion, the acidic solution conduct the electricity by the positive and the negative ion. So in this activity we can say that the acidic solution of the conduct the electricity, whereas the glucose and the alcohol solution do not conduct the electricity. So we can say that in the acid contains the positive ion and the negative ion. Positive ion is called the cation and the negative ion is called the anion, right? So this important point is that the acid contains the H plus ion as a cation, right? In the all the acid, H plus ion is there and the H plus ion is called the cation, and the anion such as the Cl minus in the HCl. So in the HCl, positive ion is a H plus and the Cl minus is a anion, right? So positive ion, negative ion is a Cl minus, right? So positive ion is called the cation. So in the HCl, H plus ion is a cation and the Cl minus ion is a anion. So all the acid contains the positive ion as well as the negative ion, and such as in the HNO3 nitric acid, right? H plus cation is there and NO3 minus anion is there. Similarly in the H2SO4, H plus cation is there and SO4 minus 2 is a anion is there. In the methanoic acid, CH3COO minus is a anion and H plus is a cation. So all the acid contains the H plus ion hydrogen ion, right? So since the cation present in acid is a H plus, this suggests that the acid produces the hydrogen ion H plus in the aqueous solution. In the solution of the water, it produces the H plus ion which are responsible for their acidic property. So all the acid contains the cation as a H plus ion, right? In the all the acid, for example in the hydrochloric acid, H plus ion is there, nitric acid H plus ion is there, sulfuric acid H plus ion as a cation, right? And in with the cation, anion is a negative ion. So the presence of the H plus ion in the solution are responsible for the acidic property of the solution. So dear student, understand all the acid have a common H plus cation, right? Now we will see, right, what happened to an acids and base in a water solution. When we added water to the acid, when we added water to the base, what happened? So for that, take a one activity. So when we added a water in a acid, right, the acid is called the dilute acid or the dilute base, right? So what happened to an acid or and a base in a water solution? So we let us understand with the help of the one activity, right? Activity number 2.9. Take about a 1 gram solid NaCl in a clean and dry test tube and set up an apparatus as shown in the figure. So take a sodium chloride, that is a NaCl, in a dry test tube, right? And take a test tube with the help of the some another finger, right? Set this type of the apparatus, right? Add the some concentrated sulfuric acid to the test tube, right? Concentrate. So be careful because the concentrated acid is a harmful to us, right? So with the help of the dropper, add a few drop of the concentrated sulfuric acid or a concentrated HCl in the test tube. What do you observe? Is there a gas coming out of the delivery tube, right? And what type of the gas? So in the test tube, if you added a concentrating sulfuric acid, the gas will be come out. The gas evolves successively with the dry and wet blue litmus paper. So take the taste of the gas, dry HCl gas, dry HCl solution, that all the thing you have to explain. You can taste with the help of the litmus paper. In which case does the litmus paper change the color? In which case the litmus paper change the color? So on the basis of this activity, what do you infer about the acidic characteristics, dry HCl gas or HCl solution, right? If not to the teacher, if the climate is very humid, you will have to pass a gas produced through a guard tube containing a calcium chloride to the dry gas, right? So you have to you have to perform this activity in the presence of the teacher, because the concentrated acid is very harmful to our body, right? So note down this, the what type of the gas will be produced, acidic gas will be produced or a basic gas will be produced. So take the blue litmus paper and the color of the blue litmus paper will change. We can say that the acidic gas will be produced. So here if we consider this, the hydrogen H plus ion in the HCl are produced in the presence of the water, and the separation of the H plus ion from the HCl molecules cannot occur in the absence of the water, right? So if we take HCl, hydrochloric acid, or the sulfuric acid H2SO4, right, H plus ion is generated. And how the H plus ion is generated? With the in the presence of the water. So when we added a water to the hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, HCl and H2SO4, the H plus ion will be produced. So H plus ion, we cannot separate the H plus ion from the acid in the absence of the water. So dear student, from this activity we can we can say that the acid or base in the water solution, the acid produce the H plus ion in the presence of the water solution. H plus ion cannot exist alone. H plus ion cannot exist alone. They exist with the water molecules. So H plus ion plus the water particle H2O gives the H3O plus. So when the hydrochloric acid are added with the water, when the water is added to the hydrochloric acid HCl plus H2O, it produces the H3O plus ion and Cl minus ion. So positive ion is a H3O plus. H plus ion cannot exist alone. It are in with the water molecule H2O plus H plus ion, we get the H3O plus ion and the Cl minus ion, right? So dear student, here all the acid react with the water, produce the H3O plus ion and the negative ion present in the acid. For example, if you take a sulfuric acid, instead of HCl, H2SO4 plus H2O, it produces the H3O plus and the SO4 minus 2 ion. So similarly, acid contains the H plus ion, right? And this H plus ion react with the water, we get the H3O plus. Now what happens when the base provides the OH minus ions in the presence of the water? So what are the base? NaOH, KOH, MgOH twice are the base, right? So when the NaOH react with the water H2O, it produces the Na plus positive ion and the OH minus negative ion. Similarly, KOH react with the water, produce the K plus ion and the OH minus ion. Similarly, MgOH twice, magnesium hydroxide, react with the water, produce the Mg plus 2 ion and the 2OH minus ion, right, in the aqueous solution, right, in the solution. So here the acid produce the H plus ion. When the acid react with the water, it produces the H plus ion, whereas the base react with the water, it generates the OH minus ion in the water. So all the base cannot produce the OH minus, right, ion in the water, and the base which are soluble in the water only produce that base produce the OH minus ion in a water, but and the base which are soluble in the water are called the alkalis, right? So only alkalis base are produce the OH minus ion in the water. So dear student, understand acid and base in a water solution. Acid produce the H plus ion in the water solution, whereas the base produce the OH minus ion in the water solution, right? So while diluting the acid, it is recommended that the acid should be added to the water, not water to the acid, right? So when we dilute any acid or when we dilute any base in the water solution, if you want to make a dilute solution of the acid or a base, it is recommended that the acid should be added to the water, not a water to the acid, right? So first, if you take a one acid in a beaker and if you dilute this acid, not to add a water on the acid, instead of this add a acid to the water, because the process of dissolving an acid or a base in a water is highly exothermic. That means the heat will be produced. Now if water is added to the acid, the heat generated may cause the mixer to the splash out and cause the burn, and the glass container may also break due to the excessive heating, right? So when we added a water to the acid, the mixing of the water and the acid is highly exothermic and the heat will be produced, and due to this the glass container may be break and maybe the mixer will be splash out, right? So adding the water to the acid may cause the mixer to the splash out or break the glass container. So it is not recommended that the for diluting the acid or base we cannot add a water to the acid or base. Instead of this, add a acid or base into the water. So mixing of the acid or base with the H2O result in increasing the concentration of the ions H3O plus or OH minus. H3O plus ion in the acid and OH minus ion in the base per unit volume, and such a process is called the dilution, right? So what is the dilution? Dilution, that means the dilute a acid in a water or dilute a base in a water. So but for that we do not add a water in a acid, we add a acid in a water, right? Why? Because adding a water to the acid, it may cause a mixer to splash out, right? It cause a mixer to burn, right? Or it break the glass container because the excessive heating of the reaction, right? So when the acid react with the water or base react with the water, the process is a highly exothermic. That means the heat will be produced, and the excessive heat cause the mixer to the splash out or break the glass container, and this process of diluting a acid or base in a water is called the dilution. So dear student, I hope that you understand what happen when the base acid and base are react with the water. It produce the acid react with the water produce the H3O plus ion, whereas the base react with the water OH minus ion. And when the acid and base are mixing with the water, right, it decrease the concentration of the H3O plus ion in the acid and the OH minus ion in the base, and such a process is called the dilution, and by this we can form a dilute acid or the dilute base. So dear student, dilute, what do you mean by the dilute acid? Right, in the dilute acid the content of the water is more compared to the acid. The acid is called the dilute acid, and the compare of the base in a solution is less in a water, right? The content of the water is a high compared to the base, it is called the dilute base. So dilute acid or base or concentrated acid or base we were discussed in a previous video. So for the dilute acid or base or concentrated acid or base, see the second video for this chapter.